Number 9, Makalo's family is renting a storage unit. The storage facility gave Makalo's family this sketch of a storage unit. What is the volume of this storage unit? Now, since this is a more complicated figure, it's really two prisms that are kind of like together. What we need to do is we need to cut them. One strategy would be to split them. All right, and an easy way to remember this, all right, is check this out. I'm going to split it this way. And since I'm splitting the side with the 9, that also means I'm eliminating the need to use that number. All right, because no longer are we going to use that 9. All right, and since I'm extending that pink line, I'm extending it back here, my 5 feet here is no longer needed because it got a lot longer. Now I'm going to use the 8. So for the for the left side now, I'm going to use the 8 feet and the 4 feet. So it looks like I have left to right, I have front to back, but oh no, I don't know how tall it is. Now before you freak out, we just look over to the other side of the picture and it says 7 feet. So we just can write that in, and now we have 7 feet. So the left side is going to be, we'll say left side is 8 times 4 times 7, and we'll come back and calculate that in just a minute. And the right side, we have this smaller box. We are going front to back is 3, left to right is 5, and its height is 7. So we'll go right side, and that is 5 times 3 times 7 equals, and again, we'll be right back to solve this. So now let's look at what these equal. All right, and I did my calculations, and I do want to point out here that rather than try to do this in my head, which I was thinking about doing, I just went ahead and showed the work. 32 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Your 4 goes down, your 1 goes up. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 more is 22. We write that here, and the left side is 224. Now, I didn't put my label in. I saved that for the end. And then the right side. Our right side, 5 times 3 was 15. So 15 times 7, we do 5 times 7 first. We go 5, carry our 3. 7 times 1 is 7. We add the 3 that we carried over. We get a 10 for a total of 105. When you combine these together, we just need to add them. We have the left side, we have the right side. Do not multiply them. We need to add them because we're just putting them together. And 4 plus 5 is 9, 2 plus nothing is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So now we take this answer, we come down here and we write it 329, and I don't even have to worry about my label because they already printed it for me. All right, and then part B. Makalo's family estimated that they need a unit with a volume of 15 cubic yards. How many cubic feet of storage space do they need? So it looks like we have a conversion, and I started to draw. I was going to draw my cube first, but I just want to remind you of some of the easier ways to go ahead and draw a cube. You start with a square. One strategy that I like to use, you put a dot in the middle, and we draw a square about the same size off of that dot. We connect the corners. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important part, and almost it's pretty much a necessity, I feel, to get this problem right. So if we label it 1 cubic yard, okay, a cubic yard. So a cubic yard means it's a yard that is, it is a cube that is 1 yard by 1 yard by 1 yard. Okay, that's easy enough, right? Well, now the question wants us to turn this to feet. So this is not a very difficult thing because it tells us right here that 1 yard is 3 feet. So we go 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. Okay, so 1 cubic yard is actually 3 times 3 times 3, which equals 9 times 3 is 27 feet cubed. Now that's just 1 cubic yard. So 1 cubic yard is 27 feet cubed. So we look back here again. So now that I did that work, now I understand what is a cubic yard. Now I can use this new information, this 27 feet cubed, to go ahead then and come up with an answer. So McCullough's family estimated that they need a unit with a volume of 15 cubic yards. And how many cubic feet of storage space do they need? So now we need to change yards to feet. So when you change yards to feet, since yards are bigger, or in my class we use the horse to fly saying, a yard is bigger. So let me write this here, yard, and we're going to feet. A yard is the horse, which is because it's the bigger unit, and we're going to feet. So we're going horse to fly. So the way the thing goes, horse to fly, we multiply. So we are going to multiply these two numbers. We are going to do 27 times 15. And if it was the opposite, it's fly to horse, divide, of course. So if we were going cubic feet and had to turn it to yards, we would have to do the same thing, except we would use division. So I come over here, I'm looking at 27 times 15. You could do 15 times 27, it doesn't matter. The answer will be the same if you do it correctly. First row, we get 135. We start the second row off with a 0. We go 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. We add those together, and we need 405. So 405 feet cubed of storage space. All right, so we look back. They had, if we look back at part A, the storage unit they were looking at is 329 feet cubed. All right, so if I back here, this is the one they were looking at, 329 feet cubed. If we came back, they need 405. So unfortunately, these numbers don't match up. They need 405. But this, what they have is 329. Is the storage unit large enough for McCullough's family? And explain. No. No, the storage unit is too small. They need 405 feet cubed and only have 329 feet cubed. They need something larger. The volumes just don't work. It was pretty close, but they're going to need something a few feet larger.